So we are about to go into the lunar module. We're about to take the descent down to the lunar surface. The lunar module has disconnected from the command module, which stays in orbit with the service module around the moon. So July the 20th, 1969, after 4 days and 6 hours, we're ready to go to the lunar surface.
See if they got me now. I got good signal strength and blue.
Here we are inside the lunar module. Very, very cramped inside here. About the size of a couple of telephone boxes, really, isn't it? Telephone booths. There's an area at the back there you can sit onto. That's where Neil and Buzz put on their spacesuits to go out onto the lunar surface. We've got a similar kind of control panel set up here. Neil on the right here, and I'm supposed to be Buzz Aldrin, I think, in this case. Again, we've got the monitoring panels here showing our altitude, timings, fuel levels, warning system at the top. Now, this is going to simulate an actual warning that did happen on the way down to the surface. So you're going to hear an alarm in a minute. Here we go. Master alarm. This was a problem with the computer. And it could have threatened the whole landing, but luckily they managed to find a workaround and press a few buttons and get the computer working properly. Otherwise they'd have to have aborted the landing with this button here and taken off again to get up to the command module. It's really, really nicely simulated though. There's the Earth out the window. Nice panel. So they're standing up. Neil is in full control. Keep an eye on things. Although it's... Oh, here we go. It's the alarm again. Here we are. Now, as they were getting lower and lower, you can see we're really starting to approach the lunar surface. It became clear that there was lots of rocks and boulders around that made the desired landing site a little bit risky. So, with very little fuel left, Neil decided to take it into manual and fly a little bit further along to find a flatter area with less boulders.
400 feet down at 9.
400 feet to go.
Gate forward. 10 and 50 feet down at 4. 30, and a half down.
Very desolate place, the lunar surface, but lovely craters there, picked out in detail.
Pegged on horizontal velocity. 10 feet down, 3.5.
Neil's busy concentrating. Let's not disturb him.
On 1.5 down. 70.
70. Now there's going to be a fuel call-out reading soon, I think, because the fuel was really quite low by the time they landed. They only just had enough to land with.
50 down at 2.5.
Another light to keep an eye on is this lunar contact light. There's a spike on the bottom of one of the lunar landing legs, which is longer than the rest, and as soon as it touches the lunar surface, that light should illuminate. At that point, they can shut the engines off.
Forward, coming down nicely, 200 feet. 4.5 down.
200 feet.
5.5 down. Within 60 feet, 6.5 down. 5.5 down.
There's the lunar landing leg there, you can see that. One of them. Coming from our landing site now. It's all looking good. 20 feet. Keep an eye on that lunar contact light.
100 feet, 3.5 down. 9 forward.
There we are, getting close to the surface now. Got to kick up some dust in a minute.
185.
Those engines are going to start to stir up the surface.
Guys looking good, down a half. 6 forward. 60 seconds.
60 seconds of fuel left. You can see some dust starting to come up now as the engines are getting closer to the surface. And I've got a warning light there for fuel quantity.
40 feet down, 2.5.
Some more dust. There we go. So keep an eye on that lunar contact light.
Down. Straight shadow. 4 forward. 4 forward. Drift into the right a little. Down a half. 30 seconds.
Okay.
Over drift.
30 seconds of fuel left. There's the contact light. Shut the engines.
Okay, engine stop. ATA at a descent.
And we're on the surface of the moon. Good job.
Engine arm off. 413 is in.
Phew. Relief.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
The Eagle has landed. That's the name for the lunar module, the Eagle.
Got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.